Hi Facebook fans, welcome to Zulily headquarters. My name is Elle and I'm here with Angela, and we're here to show you an easy way to decorate some St. Patrick's Day cookies the natural way with matcha tea. So we're gonna dye them green with matcha.
Yeah, so one of my favorite things to do when it's time for St. Patrick's Day, or just like coloring things in general, is using natural ingredients to do it. So I came up with this matcha green tea cookie that I love to make, and you can make it with tons of different glazes, but today we have the green tea cookie with a green tea buttercream frosting on top, dipped in sprinkles.
Great, so the matcha is dyeing both the buttercream and the batter?
It is, yeah. So I have about 2 tablespoons of matcha in the actual cookie dough batter, and I have about 1 tablespoon in the buttercream, but you can really vary it no matter what your preference is. And you can even do different levels of it and get different colors for kind of an ombre batch of cookies.
Well, that might be a little too expert for me, but show me about these.
Yes, of course. So what we're gonna do is, basically the first step is you wanna make sure that the matcha is going into your dry ingredients before you mix in anything wet. So what I like to do is just put it straight into a sifter, and really you want to make sure that the matcha powder comes out really, really fine, because then it'll mix with the batter evenly and you won't get any like splotches or anything like that.
Perfect. So always dry ingredients first, right?
Always dry ingredients first with the dough, not with the buttercream. With the buttercream, you actually want to mix the matcha in with the heavy cream beforehand and get a paste out of it. So that's what you want their matcha to look like, super, super fine.
Nice.
Yeah.
And so then you're gonna, you basically mix that all together, make it to a nice color, and however much matcha you want, if you like matcha.
Yes, I like lots of matcha, so plenty of matcha. And one of the biggest tips that I like to say is make sure that you refrigerate the dough for at least an hour before you roll it out.
It's so hard to do that.
It's really hard to do it, but what you can do is, what I like to do is put it in the refrigerator and mix up my buttercream so that I have the buttercream ready to go when everything's cooled. And then after you roll everything out and use your cute little cutters to make your clovers, you do want to pop it back in the freezer for 15 minutes, because then you're going to get those super nice hard edges, as you can see in our final cookie.
Super crisp.
Super crisp. Yeah, so the best thing about decorating these cookies with buttercream and doing a dip technique with the sprinkles is that you can just make your buttercream look however you want, because it doesn't matter in the end. You don't have to spend a ton of time piping and making sure everything looks perfect.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Boy, when you cover them with sprinkles, they look so much better.
Oh, right, I know. So basically the idea, we have a couple decorated buttercream cookies already here, but the concept is you get the buttercream on the cookie, and then as simple as this, you just take it and put it straight into the sprinkles. So I'm gonna have you do that with a couple of these guys while I try and pipe some of the new ones. We'll see how that goes.
And why such a large bowl?
So the big bowl is really as simple as you want a bowl that is as big as the cookie that you're putting in it, otherwise you won't get all the sprinkles on it.
Yeah, smart enough, smart enough.
And then it will matter that you didn't spend time on your buttercream,
Okay. So I'm just gonna dip this in.
Yes, right in, and then what you wanna do is make sure that all of the edges are getting hit, so you can kind of lean it around. And the good news is the buttercream itself is pretty strong, because it isn't a glaze, it's not gonna run all over the place.
Okay. You almost have to give it a little bit of force.
Yeah, a little bit of force, and that's okay, because it is a harder frosting.
This is looking professional here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mine's not, so I'm glad you're doing a good job.
Look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Okay. Not too hard, actually.
No, not so bad. And while she was doing, oh no! Well, we broke
Slippery
a clover.
little buggers.
Slippery little clover. But while she was doing that, I was able to pipe one of the cookies super quickly. So,
well, then I'm gonna dip that one.
Yes, dip that one right in. And not all clovers have the little stems, so it's fine.
Not all of them have 4 leaves either.
That's true.
Those are really hard to find.
In fact, none of these do.
Oh yeah.
Turns out cookie cutters that are 4 leaves are also quite hard to find.
Exactly. Well, these are great for St. Patrick's Day. I love these.
Thank you.
And I love matcha, actually. I love a good matcha green tea latte. I love a good matcha cookie.
And these are great actually because they're not super sweet. They're almost a little bit of like a tea cookie. So you can have them. I mean, they are a tea cookie literally because of matcha. But you can eat them with tea in the morning, and you're not going to get that achy sweet tooth feeling that you do with your other sugar cookies. It's kind of like a shortbread in the sense that you're not getting that like super sugary sweet treat.
And then after these are all decorated, should you let them sit any more before you gift them or bring them into work?
Yeah, so basically what my rule of thumb is if you're trying to stack them at any point, you always want to let them sit for at least a day, at room temperature preferably, because the fridge will probably dry them out a little bit. And not in a good way. You still want that moist inside the sugar cookie feeling. So what I like to do is if I'm gifting them, I definitely let them sit for a day. You stack them, you can do whatever. But honestly, if you're just eating them right away, buttercream is
They're good to go.
Yeah, they're good to go. Buttercream isn't runny. You don't really have to worry about it. You can probably even put them on a tray and carry them with you. It's only when you have to stack them and maybe send them as a package that you really want to worry about that.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Angela, for joining us today. And thank you so much, guys. And enjoy making these cookies yourself.
Yeah.
Have a great day.